Born by three rivers in the projects. Oh, and just like those rivers, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, and I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it is. Now, I know I can't sing, okay? I'm well aware of that. But I had that on my heart since they gave me this opportunity. Y'all being too nice. If you think that sounded good, you do have a physician. He'll be there for you. I assure you of that. I'm Adryann Glenn. I am the founder and director of Mustard Seed Ministries, as well as the author of Job 32:18 and Jeremiah 29, which is chapter 20, verse 9, November 15th, 2015. I'm also the proud administrative assistant of Clemency Project 2014. What else do? Oh, I'm a member of Leadership Arlington class of 2016. And over the last couple of months, I got 2 more titles that mean the world to me. That is husband and father. And that's awesome, you know? Yet I have another title that kind of casts a shadow over all of that. And I deal with it every day. And that title is 1280885. That is my Virginia Department of Corrections inmate number. I was released on November 25th of 2013. For all of you math people, that means I've been home less than 2 years. 2 years. Maybe about a month or so before I got out, they told me that my home plan, you have to have a home plan. They don't just let us out. Okay, you have to have an address. The probation officer looks at it for you to come home. They disapproved my home plan because my mother lives in public housing. And due to the nature of my charges, I cannot reside there. So they were like, Mr. Glenn, if you don't find a home plan, we're going to give you your 30 adjustment days. 30 adjustment days, right? It comes tacked on to the end of your sentence so that the system can find somewhere. Now, I don't know if you've ever been locked up, but I wasn't staying in there more. I wasn't staying. I was writing letters to everybody I know, every program I know. Counselor, please let me use the phone. Please let me get out of here on time. And my best friend, who's 2 years younger than me, and she's a teacher, took out a second job at 2 a.m., working at FedEx as a shipping person or whatever, so she could get an apartment so I could come home. And to this day, I'm still there with Toya, and I love her to pieces. She gave me an opportunity, and I'm running with it. First thing we do when she picks me up, I go to the probation office, because if you don't go to the probation office, you will be right back in prison. You go right to the probation office, right? And they give you this packet of information for resources, because I needed resources. All I had was a couch to sleep on. I didn't have any money. I didn't have any clothes. I needed things, right? I called every resource there was. One organization picked up the phone. That was OAR. That's Offender Aid and Restoration here in Arlington. They picked up the phone. Now, mind you, I got out the Monday before Thanksgiving. I'm going to tell you, this Monday before Thanksgiving, don't call me at the office. I won't be there. Okay? I'll be with my family. But they picked up the phone. They set me up. They brought me in for intake. They made a guy named Alex my counselor. And when I go sit down, I'm like, man, look, just let me get these tokens so I can get on this bus so I can look for a job. But that's not what he did. The first thing he did is he took me in the back and he gave me a suit. And I know that sounds like nothing, right? I was 34 years old. I had never owned a suit in my life. I had a bunch of jeans and some wonderful Jordans, but I had never owned a suit. And that suit made me begin to see the person I was going to become. This person I spent 4 years away deciding to become. The next day, he set me up with somebody to help me out with a resume. We put my resume out, and I got a call right back. Now, I didn't get the job, but I got the call right back, which was a victory for me to just have an interview. And it took a long time to get a job. To be honest with you, I really didn't start working a full-time job until this past July. So for that whole time, you know, my best friend was taking care of me, and I'm going to OAR meetings, and they're taking me out to eat and taking me to movies, things I just thought I would not do ever again. I thought I was no good felon, but they built me up. They took me down to Richmond. I met a guy named Keith de Blasio, and Keith plugged me into this national advocacy thing. Now, this is me, Adryann. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I didn't tell you. They call me Max where I'm from. They don't call me Adryann. Adryann is my real name. But Max around the way, Max don't do stuff like this. Max is sitting on a block somewhere not paying no mind to anything, trying to get some money. But this guy, Adryann, cares about other people. And they started plugging me into situations. And all of this is through OAR. Through OAR, I ended up going back to cosmetology school. I was trying to go get my MBA, but that was taking too long. And I don't know, have you ever eaten once every 3 days? Ever? For like over a year? Imagine that. I'm not talking about 3 meals one day. I'm talking about 1 meal in a 3-day period. And that's where I was at. So they sent me to cosmetology school and I started cutting hair. And it worked out. That was good for me. And I learned about that through a guy in OAR, how to do that. In fact, everything. And the reason I'm in front of you right now is because of Gail Arnell, who used to be the executive director of OAR. She nominated me for this. And it's awesome. It's really awesome. I can't believe I'm standing in front of you guys. I'm just taking it in for a minute. Hold on. You know, I think this is pretty cool. People want to hear what I got to say. Ain't that something? Little old Adryann. But the reason why I'm up here talking to you guys is because maybe you're not aware that 650,000 people are released from jails and prisons every year. 650,000. I don't want to be the exception. I want to be the norm. I want them to all come home and have this opportunity. The reason why I'm here, maybe you weren't listening to what I was saying, is because people gave me opportunities from day one. Somebody was like, you know what? I'm going to give Adryann a chance. And I took that chance and I ran with it. And I'm going to continue to run with it because I'm nowhere near where I want to be at. I still can't even drive. That's crazy. But I can't, right? I've been to the Department of Corrections, training staff on how to deal with inmates. I haven't been home 2 years. This is what happens when a community decides to wrap their arms around somebody and give them an opportunity. The reason I'm in Leadership Arlington, last year I did a panel discussion with Miss Gail. And when I did the discussion, a guy stands up in the back of the room and said, you know what? Adryann seems like a leader to me. I'll pay for him to go through Leadership Arlington. And that's why I'm a member of that. And that's going to change my life. I don't want to be a token holder. I want to be a key holder. And that's all I want. And everything I ever did wrong was for that purpose. So what I'm asking you to do today is reach outside of your box. When you see a guy like me walking around with a do-rag and Timberlands on, you probably don't even look at me twice. But that guy in that do-rag and them Timberlands is the same guy in front of you with this suit on, with his hair cut. And I know I look good, by the way, just so you can give it up. I know. The same exact person. The only difference is the opportunity given to this person. So I ask all of you, as you walk around your communities and your neighborhoods and you see those people, talk to them. Get to know them. They're good people. They just been through some things. They've been through some things and they need some healing. And you have to give it to them. It's on us. I spend all day doing it and I don't got nothing. Some of y'all got way more than me. You can do it. It's okay. It's all right. It's going to make you feel good in here. Y'all been here a long time today. A long time today. So I'm not going to wrap you up. I want to thank you for your time, for your minds, for your ears, and for your hearts. I got this purple tie on, Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Get some purple on. Let's do that, okay? Y'all be blessed, be faithful. Have a good afternoon.